Welcome, weary traveler. You are just in time. Please join me for one last story. A cat had made the acquaintanceship of a mouse, and had talked so much about his great love and friendship for him that he eventually convinced him to live with him in the same house and set up a common household.
"But we must get supplies for the winter,"
said the cat.
"or else we'll starve. A little mouse like you can't venture just anywhere. One of these days, you might get caught in a trap."
They acted on his good advice and bought a little jar of fat, but they did not know where to put it. Finally, after long deliberation, the cat said,
"I can't think of a safer place than the church. No one would dare take anything away from there. Let's put it under the altar, and we won't touch it unless we really need it."
The little jar was safely stored away, but it was not long before the cat felt a craving for it, and said to the mouse,
"I've been meaning to tell you, little mouse. My cousin gave birth to a baby boy, white with brown spots, and I've been asked to be the godfather. Would you mind letting me go out today and looking after the house by yourself?"
No, of course not.
answered the mouse.
Go, man. If you get something good to eat, think of me. I sure would like to have a drink of that sweet red christening wine.
Naturally, none of what the cat had said was true. He did not have a cousin, nor had he been asked to be the godfather. He went straight to the church, crept to the little jar of fat, and began licking and licking until he had licked the skin off the top. After a while, he stretched himself out in the sun and wiped his whiskers whenever he thought of that little jar of fat. It was not until evening that he returned home.
Well, you're back.
The mouse said.
I'm sure you had a wonderful day.
"It wasn't bad,"
The cat replied.
What name did they give the child?
The mouse asked.
"Skin off."
The cat said dryly.
Skin off? That's a strange and unusual name. Is it common in your family?
"What's there to it?
The cat said.
It's no worse than crumb thief, as your godchildren are called."
Shortly after, the cat felt another craving and said to the mouse,
"You gotta do me a favor again and look after the house by yourself. I've been asked to be the godfather once again, and since the child has a white ring around his neck, I can't refuse."
The good mouse consented, and the cat went slinking behind the city wall to the church, where he ate up half the jar of fat.
"Nothing tastes better
He said.
than what you eat by yourself."
And he was very satisfied with his day's work. When he returned home, the mouse asked,
What was the child christened?
"Half gone."
The cat answered.
Half gone? You don't say. I never heard of such a name in my life. I'll bet it's not even on the list of proper names.
Soon, the cat's mouth began watering once more for that delicacy.
"All good things come in threes,"
He said to the mouse.
"I've been asked to be the godfather again. The child's all black, and he's got 4 white paws. Aside from that, there's not a white hair on his body. That only happens once every few years, you know. You let me go, won't you?"
Skin off? Half gone?
The mouse replied.
Those really are curious names. I'm beginning to wonder about them.
Look, you sit at home in your dark grey little fur with your long big tail,
Cat said.
and you begin imagining things. That's because you don't go out during the day.
While the cat was gone, the mouse cleaned the house and put it in order. Meanwhile, the greedy cat ate up the rest of the jar.
It's only after everything's all gone
The cat said to himself.
that you can really begin to rest.
By the time the cat returned home, and he was fat and stuffed, the mouse asked right away what the name had been given to the third child.
You won't like this one either.
The cat said.
It's all gone.
All gone?
Exclaimed the mouse.
That's the most suspicious of all the names. I've never seen it in print. All gone. What's it supposed to mean?
He shook his head, rolled himself up into a little ball, and fell asleep. From then on, no one had asked the cat to be a godfather. But when the winter came, there was nothing more to be found outside. The mouse thought about their supply of fat and said,
Come on, cat. Let's go get our jar, the one that we've been saving. It'll taste good.
Yeah,
said the cat.
you'll enjoy the taste as much as if you stuck your dainty tongue out the window.
They set on their way, and when they got there, the jar of fat was still in its place. But it was empty,
Oh,
said the mouse.
now I know what's happened. It's clear as day. Some nice friend you are. You ate it up when you went to be a godfather. First the skin, then a half, then...
You be quiet.
Yelled the cat.
One more word and I'll eat you up.
all gone.
Was already on the tip of the mouse's tongue. No sooner did he say it than the cat jumped on him, grabbed him, and devoured him. You see, that is the way of the world.